Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today. The greatest protector of True Buddha School, Mahabala. Sumo, Danchen Katso, Tupten City, Tupten Kama. All Dharma masters, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma teaching assistants, temple directors, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon. How do you do?
Hola amigo, te quiero mucho. Skoy, Ichiban, Kimyoji, Jumi, Yapi, Puri, Konnichiwa. Bahu, Bahu, Bahu. 现在通知大家。
I would like to announce for next week.
After the Golden Mother, fire open. Okay. 大力金刚
Mahabala.
顶上饰的是阿弥陀佛
On his crown is Amitabha Buddha.
拿着权杖棍棒的
He's holding the authoritative staff,
来自仙佛
or the pole, that's Padma Kumara. The one holding the celestial whisk, Golden Mother.
地藏王菩萨
And he is Siddhigarbha Bodhisattvas,
菩萨本身的大力使者
the envoy with great strength.
综合起来 阿弥陀佛
And all combined, Amitabha Buddha, Padma Kumara, Golden Mother, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, and the great strength envoy. That would become the wrathful emanation of Padma Kumara, this deity.
在河北
In Tibet,
有大力金刚
they also have the
但是
Raja deity with great power. Not in this form, though.
唯一的大力金刚
So this is unique to True Buddha school.
没有
He does not exist in Tibetan Buddhism or Japanese Buddhism.
中国中才有
Only True Buddha school has it.
这个是出不了书的
So this deity is the protector of True Buddha school.
是很重要的。
Very important.
我们最近有一件最夯的事情，
Recently, we have something that's really high.
就是足球赛
That's the World Cup.
世界杯的足球赛。
World Cup.
就是有一个人很早就知道，
One person knew long ago who would win at the end.
不是我，
That's not me.
连生在哪里？连生
That's Master Lian Seng. Where is he?
你不是知道了吗？
Didn't you know who would win?
说做梦，他说做梦的，
He dreamed.
做梦的谁告诉你？
Who told you in the dream?
不知道。
所以我 为什么会梦到？
I don't know why I dream.
梦到是西班牙赢。
I dream Spain won.
我喜欢的那个球星叫 C 罗，他是西班牙。
I thought because of the football star Cilo, which I liked, was Spanish.
结果讲错了。
Huh? And said Spain will win, and I said it wrong.
是西班牙赢啊。西班牙赢，但是那个球星不是西班牙。
Oh, Spain won, but the football star I like was not, does not belong to Spain.
西班牙赢吗？
But you dreamed that Spain won, right?
对。
对啊，那就对了。
Then that's good.
哪个球星？
Doesn't matter. Football stars did not matter.
团队赢了嘛，西班牙的团队赢了嘛，对不对？
So, but
怎
Spain
么会赢？
won, right? Why? You know?
因为西班牙有我们马德里有我们的分堂在。
Because in Madrid we have a chapter, our Troubadour School chapter there.
啊，西班牙马德里的分堂是谁在主持？
Who's in charge of the chapter there in Madrid? Reverend Lien Long.
阿根廷有没有？
And how about in Argentina? Argentina.
哦，阿根廷的弟子，到了。
We have disciples, Argentinians. When I went to Brazil, the Argentinian disciples came to visit me, to meet me.
巴基友、巴西亚，来看手中。啊，
They came,
他那边没有。
but they did not have a chapter in Argentina, so that's why they lost.
莲蓉法师
But Spain, because Reverend Lien Long is right there.
有几个法师在哪里？现在
How many reference? How many Dharma teachers we have in Spain?
那个堂也蛮大，师母也去过。
It's a pretty big chapter, and Simu had visited.
我也讲过一句话，这句话是随便讲，
And I had said this that I just say as I like.
不是随便弄，话是随便讲。
So Master Lien Sung's dream was just random, and I just say casually.
大哥大法，
So
我们美国
the big boss of America,
老大，我们
the big boss,
老二、老三在这里，还有老大，老大今天没来。
the big brother is not here. We have the second and third brothers here.
大哥大，他最讨厌的，
You know, the one that he dislikes most would win.
我有没有讲过这句话？
Did I say this?
他只要他最讨厌的都会赢。
So, whomever he hates most will win,
完了就会输。
and whom he likes most will lose.
我这是乱讲的啦。
And I just say this jokingly, not serious. And Master Lien Sung's dream is also not real.
呀，
But we did not bet on anything.
早知道，早知道，
If we knew ahead of time,
后悔来不及了。
well, it's too late to regret.
真的，全世界都在赌哎。
So everybody bets all over the world,
我们生活中是不赌的。
but not through Buddha school. We just say, Baofu, get rich. Baofu, get rich.
很好玩呐，这足球，我告诉你啊，
So soccer, the World Cup is a lot of fun.
看足球不算什么。
You know, when you watch it on television, that's no big deal.
去
But if you go to the field,
害到极
then it would be so excited, so exciting, so high. Why? Because of the atmosphere,
人的集合在一起，一起
like tens of thousands of people together,
你的心里
and they would shout together. That would shock your soul.
所以很多人宁可买票，
Therefore, many people are willing to spend the money to go to the place, not on television.
主要是现场那
For each game, it's just the shock on site, that power
让你兴奋的不得了。
that would make you really high, that all the cells inside your body will dance.
那就是临场在足球场看戏剧，在电视上。
So that's the difference watching on site and through the television. A big difference.
所以你看那个卢世尊说法，你在电视上看。
So the same. When you watch Grandmaster giving Dharma teaching on the monitor as versus here personally live, it's different. The same for Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva, you have to come
那个有临场感，
because you would have the feel.
就会叫你成就。
Because that would make you have attainments
我们大力金刚也
with the
是
great authority, great power. The same for Mahabala.
那个咒音也是很好。
And the mantra chanting was really good. It makes you feel a certain power.
但是活的，就是
That's very alive, not
现在
dead.
这个世界是活的。
It's very dynamic. The world is very alive.
我每天晚上我要睡觉以前，
Every night before bed,
讲 good night，
I would say good night to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
他们是活的，
They are alive.
每一次喊他们，
Every one of them. Every time I call on their names.
一尊一尊跟他们，
One by one, I would say good night to
每一
them.
尊都讲晚安。
And each one of them would say back, well, good night. They are alive.
你这从心里发出来，
When it comes from the heart,
从心里发出来，
and for they also
心就会平安。
give from the heart, then you would have peace. Peace in your heart.
每天晚上你在坛城面前有没有跟所有佛菩萨喊说晚安？你们有没有？
So do you say good night to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas every night?
哎，大力金刚晚安，
Do you say good night to Mahabala,
水金母晚安，
Golden Mother, good night,
喜金刚晚安，十根金刚晚安。
Hevajra, good night, Kalachakra, good night, Guru Padmasambhava, good night?
每一尊我都喊的，
I would call on their names, all of them one by one.
跟地藏王菩萨讲晚安，
I would say good night to Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, to Mahasri, to Sakyamuni Buddha, to Mahottara Heruka, to Guru Padmasambhava, to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Saraswati,
然后绿度母、白度母，
Green Tara, White Tara,
还有移动宾祖师，
and the True Jewel Golden Mother, Li Tongping, Amitabha Buddha,
刚
the Patriarch, Li Tongping, and Hevajra, Jesus,
大吉拉姆，
the great Golden Mother, Chachilamu, Mahabala, Akala, Yavantaka, Toche Jole, Medicine Tara, Guru Padmasambhava,
金刚，
Kalachakra.
我都称呼的，
I would call on each one of them,
还有多杰帕姆、正观，
and Doche
都
Patmu,
称呼的。
and Arya
所
Avalokiteswara,
有的大小坛城全部称呼完，
and all the big shrine, the small shrine, I call on of them before I go to bed. And then I would perform a protection before sleep too.
每一尊都要
Everyone,
晚安，
I have to say good night to them
这是活的。
because they are alive.
还有哼哈二将，
And
每一次出
the
门
two generals, Hung and Ha. Every time I leave the house, I would ask the generals to please take care of the house and the gate. I never miss a day.
忘掉一尊都要讲。
If I forget one deity, I would say sorry to them, to apologize.
动的，
They are unmoved. No, they move. They're alive.
你们今天看到我跑到大力金刚面前，刚刚来的时候啊，
Did you see when I
大
just
力金刚挥手，
got to Mahabala?
有没有看到？
At the very beginning, I waved to Mahabala. Did you
一
see?
个汤卡，
That's not just a tanka. Why are you waving your hands? Your brain is shorted? No, he's alive. 那我们烧护摩 So
是一个仪式，
when we perform homa, fire offering, don't think it's just a ritual.
那是真正的用心在供养。
You really make offerings with your heart.
你用了你的心，
When you use your heart and they received it,
他都会赐福给你。
then they will bestow upon you and will protect you.
任何事情，
Therefore, if you put your heart into anything,
用心就够了。
that would be enough.
你没有那个心啊，做什么仪式？
If you don't put your heart, whatever you do is no good.
重点是在你的心的力量发了出来。
The key point is that your heart generates power, and they receive it,
里面
and then all the same,
早安、晚安，
they would tell you good morning, good evening, good night, or in your dreams. It's mutual.
所以注意一点，
So pay attention.
一个心，
Just one
修
heart,
行啊，就是一心。
one heart, or wholehearted, or single-minded. In spiritual cultivation, it's all about single-mindedness or wholeheartedness. Without the heart, there is no use. But if you put your heart into it, you will succeed.
你们大力金刚啊，
So,
他真的是
Mahabala, our Mahabala is truly powerful.
瑶池金母也是一样，
It's the same with Golden Mother.
瑶池金母
Next Sunday, there will be Golden Mother's Homa.
一辈子的本尊，
That's the yidam that I have followed for all my life,
从20几岁一直
from my 20s until now, 82.
从26岁跟到现在，
Since I was 26 until now, I'm 82. It's never changed. This is always my yidam.
我家里金母很多，
Therefore, I have many Golden Mothers at home.
我不知道怎么数。
I don't know how to
但
count.
楼下就很多尊的瑶池金母，
Just underground, at the basement, the shrine, the altar there have so many Golden Mothers.
很多尊瑶池金母，
And then the top floor,
还有至尊
the big golden mother, and then the supreme golden mother with innumerable hands and infinite eyes, and then with many jewels,
是经
and with genuine jewels, golden mother. She has jewels all over her.
经
And then the big golden mother, two golden mothers, three golden mothers, transformation body golden mother, black face golden mother,
尊的经，
and then the big golden mother, even bigger golden mother. So many.
反正药师经谱就念不完。
It's endless just calling upon golden mothers.
不过下个礼拜药师经
So next Sunday, golden mothers,
就
Homa. Because you're so used to it, so it's easy to be negligent. However, Golden Mother has many manifestations and all kinds of manifestations. Look at Mahabala holding the celestial whisk. That's the symbol of Golden Mother.
金刚神是哪壶神？
Is there a Vajra deity that holds the celestial whisk? No, none others, only this Mahabala belonging to Buddha school. That's why he's holding the celestial whisk
顶是阿弥陀佛，
to symbolize Golden Mother. And Amitabha Buddha above his crown. And he is
之一的大力士。
the envoy with great strength of Siddhikapa Bodhisattva. And then the authoritative staff. That's Padma Kumara.
你还讲说，那你
And people said,
为什么你家里坛存
you revere Golden Mother,
金刚？
but then why, when you enter into your front gate,
药师经，
you have a Mahabala? Because he's the first one that arrives, and he always symbolizes Golden Mother. Tantric Buddhism believes in combinations and unions. Amitabha Buddha above the crown.
他是地藏王菩萨的
Golden Mother is the celestial with authoritative staff is the Padma Kumara. And then he himself is the envoy of Siddhikapa Bodhisattva.
big power。
Very powerful. Big power, Dorji.
西班牙语
Spain won
分堂在那里，
because we have a chapter there.
巴西有分堂，
We have a chapter, a temple in Brazil.
巴西的分堂很旺，
It's flourishing.
阿根廷跟巴西是连在一起。
And Argentina and Brazil are sharing a border next to each other.
你问我答，
Q&A.
大意
A question from Taiwan. Pa Y Lechang Temple, Lotus Way Run.
莲花为证。关于空空观空
Regarding the mantra for contemplating emptiness,
唵
the mantra
苏达萨瓦达尔玛梭巴瓦苏多汉唵梭巴瓦苏达萨瓦达尔玛梭巴瓦苏多汉，这个是中文的音，但是
this based on the Chinese characters, but the pronunciations are the same.
梭巴瓦苏达萨瓦达尔玛梭巴瓦苏多汉唵苏巴瓦苏达萨瓦达尔玛苏巴瓦苏多汉，其实是一样的，
Actually, they're the same.
两个是一样的，是中文字，
It's just they use different Chinese characters.
是所哈的说，所哈的说，说它变成十八瓦，司就是公司的司，那个多
Supawa or Supawa.
一斗两斗的斗，说多汉，树变成树，啊，速度的速，跟 Russia 那个苏联的苏，啊苏。
It sounds the same, but just different characters.
瓦呢，它变成瓦，啊，那个瓦片的瓦，音是一样的。
But the sounds are the same, just the characters that's different.
去那个师傅那里，
I went to my guru
写的别炸，
and he said,
别炸，
what you wrote, Beja, became Bieja.
那个炸弹的炸，
Bieja.
为什么写成别炸？
Why did you write
别
Bieja?
炸，不然要说叫我怎么写？
Then how should we write?
班炸，
Write Panja.
那个一班两班，啊，第一班、第二班的那个班，炸是杂土的炸，班炸。师傅跟我讲，你以后要统一，
My guru told me
班炸就班炸，
you should standardize. If you want Panja, use Panja. If you want Beja, use Beja.
那时候脑筋想不过来，到底用哪个字？
So I could not decide which characters to use.
班炸，
Beja, Panja. It's very close.
所以奏音哦，你跟那个藏人发的音，你不
So the mantra pronunciation,
一样，
you think the ones in Tibet, they're all the same? No.
东西不一样了。
Different Tibetans would teach differently. Really. I'm not lying to you.
要提到松赞干布了，
Now we'll talk about Songzang Kampo again.
藏文会
Why? The Tibetans' languages also differ.
这西藏的这个的松赞干布底下有个大臣叫做吞米，
Under Songzang Kampo, there was a minister called Tumi. Tokmi.
那吞，他的
吞米
翻译就变成吞，
In Chinese, it's translated into Tunmi,
吞米就对了。
like swallowing rice.
大臣名字很长，
His name is very long, but we just call him Tunmi.
两个字就吞。
Tunmi.
这个吞米呢，
And
不是说哎，西藏没有文字，
Songtsen Kampo said that there's no scripts in Tibet, so why don't you go to
吞米的东西
to India and learn
发音
and bring something? And he's very smart
方言的老师
and went to
学哪一种？
Tibet, to India actually, to learn Sanskrit.
他说那个老师这里教几种方言？我说我
And
我会16种。
how many Sanskrits are there? 16 versions of
搞
Sanskrit.
不清楚，搞不清楚啊！
Can you be clearer about them all?
哪一种比较接近？他念给他听。
So which one is closer? This is closer to the Tibetan sound, so he chose that one.
回来了以后呢，他就开始发音。
When he came back,
松赞干布的时候，
he invented the Tibetan script based on the Sanskrit
回来了，
Gupta script of northern India,
你把那个文字弄一弄以后啊，50几个
and then created over 50 alphabets.
出来，大家都靠那个来配。
And then they combine
前藏
the alphabets,
后藏的，
and then in different areas of Tibet would do them differently.
木马的
The north, south, east, west, the Ali area.
搞了半天， 西藏也有好多的发音呢。
So there are also many dialects or pronunciation
木马的音呢，
in Tibet.
怪不得那个松赞他
So different dialects.
为什么？
That's why the king married many queens,
起了文成公主，
because they all have different languages. From the China Tang dynasty, he married Princess Wencheng. From Nepal, Princess Brikuti.
到那个
And from Ali, Princess,
一大堆的
and from Mongolia and other parts of Tibet.
都不一样啊。
And they all speak with different
那
dialects.
声音奏音会不一样。
Then, of course, the mantra pronunciations also differ.
那只要我们生活中的奏音，你们念出来，就是听
So, as long as it's true Buddha school mantras and Grandmaster feel okay, that's pretty good, that's okay. Then, if Grandmaster approves, then it would have the power, the lineage power.
问题，
So, that's not the question, that's not the problem.
然后就
But you cannot just do them as you like.
3个字练成2个字，啊，3个字练成1个字就不行了。
Or like you,
说
3 syllables become 2 or 1.
啊，那
You can skip or change as you like though.
对不对？一定要念的。Om 说巴瓦苏达萨瓦达玛说巴瓦苏哆汉就可以了。其实第2个
So you can just chant it like
巴
that.
瓦苏达萨瓦达玛苏巴瓦苏哆汉也是一样，杭州的
It's the same.
跟西汉的汉。
Whether it's Han or Hang, it's the same. It's almost there.
工作就是这样子念，
So that's how you chant the mantra
在里面念关公咒。
for contemplating emptiness. Just follow my pronunciation
差很多。
because it diverts more and more.
是普方上书
Om Bulin was transmitted by Master Pu Fang.
Om Brom Om Brom 是另一个上师教的，
Om Brum was taught by another guru. Both work,
那不一样。台湾
either one is fine. So there's a difference. Like in Taiwan, Soha is chanted Sabohe.
他们都念成手哈，我们台湾人就念成沙波呵，我以前都念
And
沙波呵。
they chant Soha, but Taiwanese chant Sabohe. In Taiwan, I always chanted Sabohe. After I came here, I chanted Soha.
所以咒音
So mantra
一
pronunciation,
样就好。
as long as we are consistent among each other.
像那个百日明咒有一个音我是
But-
改，大家改不过来。
And in 100 syllable mantra, there's a pronunciation that we cannot change, that I cannot change.
苏多凯米巴瓦，苏不凯米巴瓦，苏不凯米巴瓦，我们都念苏不凯米巴瓦，苏不凯米巴瓦。其实有一个音是苏多凯米巴瓦。
So you chant it all wrong. It should be Suto Gai Mi Bawa, Suto, not Sufu Gai Mi Bawa.
听到了
I heard it just now. Everybody chanted.
苏多凯米巴瓦，安诺拉多米巴瓦，萨瓦，就是这样子念的。没办法，你苏多大家都念不出来。
But you cannot chant. I have corrected you this before, and yet you still chanted it wrong. Suto Gai Mi Bawa, Sufu Gai Mi Bawa.
没有关系的。
So it's missing Do. It's okay, I guess you lack one.
这百日明咒也有一个音擦掉，
So you went off for one
过来大家
one pronunciation, and I tried to correct you many times and still cannot.
尤其那个
So, what can I do? Mipulai.
我听了说在
Every time I heard that, because the MC has their own dialects.
我听了说，哎呀，
Every time I heard that, what can I say? Everybody followed.
这是咒音的问题。
That's the issues about mantra pronunciation.
讲那么严谨。
Now let's discuss the Surangama Sutra.
阿难虽闻如是法音，
Although Ananda had heard these words of Dharma, his mind still not clear. His mind was still not clear. Bowing in reverence, he said to the Buddha, "How is it that the very same 6 roots and nothing else are both the cause of my revolving through birth and death and also the means to attain blissful and wondrous eternity?"
佛也是6根，
So Ananda has heard many
佛也
words
是6根。
that Buddhahood is 6 roots and samsara is also due to 6 roots. He heard it, but he still could not understand.
这个合掌，
So he joined his palms and
令我生
told Sakyamuni Buddha,
安乐妙禅。
"How is it that it's the very same 6 roots and nothing else that are the cause for both my transmigration through
变成生死轮回，
birth and death
到你的安乐妙禅，
and also the means to attain peaceful bliss and wondrous
到了
eternity?"
常乐我净，
So that's the permanence, bliss,
就是常乐
self, and purity,
佛的四德是常
the 4 virtues of a Buddha. Permanence, blissful, self, and purity. It's in the Hiking Sutra.
就是安乐妙禅。
That's peaceful bliss and wondrous eternity.
得到如来的果位，跟6道轮回
So attaining the fruition of the Tathagata and rebirth cycle are both due to the 6 roots. He could not understand.
佛告阿难，
So the Buddha
告诉阿难，
said to Ananda,
跟同源，
the sense roots and the sense objects share the same source.
他们是互相。
So the 6 roots and 6 dusts share the same source. They are mutual. They are interconnected.
里面的6根，
Without the 6 roots, you have no 6 dust or 6 sense
没
objects.
有6根，没有这些尘，
Eh,
叫6根了。
So if you have the 6 sense faculties without the sense objects, then the 6 sense faculties are not the 6 sense faculties.
有舌头躺到，
So you have something to see, something to hear, something to smell, something to taste, something to touch, something to think. Those are the 6 dust or 6 sense objects.
一样
So roots and dust share the same source.
这个复托无二，就读作复吧，就是无啊，无根无二，无被绑住，
So bondage and liberation are not 2 different things.
绑住跟解脱没有两样，很奇怪啊。
That's so strange. Bondage and liberation are the same.
被绑住，
You find it strange. How come bondage and liberation are not 2 different things?
说无二，
They're the same. Are not.
自信希望犹如
The nature of consciousness is illusory, like flowers in the sky.
这里已经有一个答案出来了。
So the answer is here.
希望 犹如
The nature of consciousness is illusory, like flowers in the sky. What are the six roots like?
虚空的花，
Like flowers in the sky.
虚空的花，空中有花。
There are flowers in the sky.
你生病了，你
When you're
时
sick
候啊，
and when you open your
空
eyes,
中出现花，
and you would see flowers in the sky.
花
So many.
很多的花在虚空中出现，那是你的幻觉，
But that's your
别
hallucination
说产生出来。
that created it.
空中的花，也就是空中
Flowers in the sky,
只是你幻
which
觉
means
出来
there are no flowers in the sky. That's due to your own illusion and hallucination.
犹如空华，视性虚妄，犹如空华。
The nature of consciousness is illusory, like flowers in the sky. He's told you the key point.
你所看到的，所听到的，
Whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you smell, whatever you taste,
接触到的，
whatever you come into contact with, whatever you think of,
都是属于妄想，
they're all illusory.
都是属于虚妄的。
They're all delusion. They're all illusory. They are not real.
空中的花
Just like flowers in the sky.
有病的人
Of course,
去看到虚，
when you're sick, only the sick people would see flowers in the sky.
当然看不到虚空中的花。
If you're not sick, you don't see.
幻觉的时候，你会看到虚空中
Only when people have hallucination that they would see flowers in the sky. So many flowers.
他意思是讲，
So
娑婆世界的众生都是有病的。
what he meant is sentient beings in the Saha
我
world
们所看到的
are all
认
sick.
为是真实的东西，其实全部都是假的。
What you see, you think what you see is real, but actually they are not real.
只有常乐无尽如来
Only permanence, bliss, self, and purity, the four virtues of the Tathagata,
是真实的。
when you have manifested wondrous luminous true mind, only those four virtues are real
想不出来。
and nothing else.
那明明打了会痛，
But
哪里不
you think, how can that be not real? I feel the pain when I'm hit.
你的身体
This is real. My body is real. How can you say it's not real?
墙壁也是真实的啊。
The wall too.
对啊，
You cannot walk through it, right?
空气污染也是真实的啊。
The air pollution is also real.
那个火烧山，把污
The forest fire in Canada
没有污
blow
就可以。
lots of the smokes to the central part of America. Well, luckily you don't have it in Seattle.
我们那个美国的那个，
So
你们加拿大要赔我们美国，
America said, hey, Canada, you should pay us.
那怎么回？加拿大回说，
And how would Canada
抽
reply?
烟
Hey, I'll give you smoke for free, and you don't give me money and you blame me?
需要钱的，免费给你抽烟呢。
Smokes cost money, and now I give it to you for free.
我美国说你要赔我钱呢、
And America says, no, you have to pay us because you pollute our air.
死了多少人呢、
And PM 2.5 that has killed people. And the Canadians come to US.
两边在吵，
So they're fighting this now.
这种事情呢，其实是一体。
Actually, we are one body, really.
很多东西啊，明明是实有，为什么会佛讲
There are many things that are real. Why the Buddha says that it's not real?
在佛的眼中啊，
Because in the eyes of the Buddha, anything that is arising and ceasing
都是没有。
is non-existent.
没有生灭的是什么东西？
What is non-arising and non-ceasing is the wondrous luminous true mind,
佛性啊，
the Buddha nature, the Tathagata, the Bodhisattvas.
会变化的是虚妄的。
Anything that changes is illusory,
你说哪个东西不变化？
is false, is not real.
就地会变化吗？
The air changes, the earth changes.
没有。
Will it change? Yeah, earthquake.
将来台湾
There was a prophet that said that there would be a huge earthquake that would connect Taiwan, China, and Philippines and Hong Kong. Then, of course, unite, right? When
知道是谁预言的，说台
the land would combine.
台
I
湾
don't know who said that.
跟中国
There would be a huge earthquake, and then China and Taiwan and Hong Kong would all become one piece.
你还发挥什么？没有什么好重要。
So why are you still worried about borders? Because that would be combined. Maybe even better if you include Japan, Korea, Philippines, and the whole.
世界华人全部统一，
Then all Chinese would unite in the world.
你看人家那个台南的那个统一集团，它是有预见之明，它早就
You know, the union
台南不是有个统一集团吗？
union group in Thailand, Tainan in
我去看
Taiwan.
统一集团的那个
I checked on I consulted on the geometry Ushuchi.
吴先生家里风水是我看的，
So I consulted the feng shui of Ushuchi's home,
送我很多统一面，
and they give me lots of
那个统一了嘛。
this. It's a brand, like a group union
还是大地震，
noodles.
台湾都
So with the big earthquake, Taiwan
跟香港连起来，
would connect with Hong Kong
整个大陆连起来，
and the whole mainland China. Then they all will be united.
不用人力，用天力。
So not the intent of humans, but the intent of the heavens. Heaven's will.
一句话呢，我知道
And I would like to ask,
还是不要讲了，
maybe I shouldn't.
比较政治性，这个
It has the smell of politics that would not be
不喜
good.
欢政治啊，
I don't like
是我喜
politics,
欢大家和和平平。
but I like everybody live in harmony and in peace with each other. No wars. Why?
不是人嘛，
We're all one body. We're all humans, right?
不是人啊，
We're all humans.
话的可以沟通的，
We can communicate. We can have a dialogue.
可以沟通的，
You can talk.
大家讲一讲就好了嘛，谈一谈嘛。
Just discuss it and negotiate.
应该要这样子的，
It should be like that.
谈谈。
Just negotiate, discuss.
什么历史小说啊，什么呀？
Doesn't matter what kind of historical novels,
合久必分，分久
that
必合。
anything in this world, when after separation for a long time, they will unite. After union for a long time, they would separate. That's normal.
每一部历史小说都这样子写。
All the historical novels always write it the same way. Anything just come and go. So if it's not gathering, it's separation. It's easy. We just talk about it. Just talk.
同样的，都是六根，
And it's the same. They're all due to the six roots.
也是六根，生活也是六根，
Rebirth is six roots.
是六根，
Buddhahood is six roots. A born bondage, liberation, all 6 roots. And there's no difference between the roots and the dust. Without roots, there are no dust. Without dust, what use are the roots?
是人把它分的。
They're all the same. They're just being classified and differentiated by humans. Humans are humans. Don't differentiate, don't discriminate.
有黄的，
Like people,
白的，
some are yellow, some are black, some are white, some are red, some are dark.
人嘛，
But they're all humans.
那就不用分了。
So we don't need to discriminate. We're all humans. Why? You differentiate.
啊，佛跟佛是平等，
Buddhas are all equal too.
人跟人也是一样。
The same with humans. They're all equal.
好了，
As soon as you classify, differentiate, then that would be problematic.
一分呐，我就
As soon as you do that,
在这里讲经，他讲，大家也听不懂，
even I'm giving this Dharma teaching, but nobody
合
understands.
起来
Unite,
一点事都没有。
then there's no problems whatsoever. There are no problems. That's how the world is. Sakyamuni Buddha knows long ago because he's the awakened one. That's why he knows.
其实耶稣也知道，
Jesus also knows. Lao Tzu also knows. But some people don't. They don't know.
这个时代啊，春秋战国时代，
So the era of Confucius, the spring and autumn, there are many countries, and Confucius traveled to all over the countries, talking to everyone, but nobody listened.
他只要收集学生来讲，
So instead, he gathered followers,
老
disciples.
师的老师，
So he became the teacher of the teachers
因为没有人听他的，
because nobody listened to him.
君王都不听他的，都不听孔子。
None of the national leaders, the leaders of the nations, did not listen to him. So he traveled from country to country. But at the end, they're all united.
世界上就是这个样子。
That's how the world is.
就阿难，
So Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda, roots and dust share the same source.
无多无二，
Bondage and liberation are not two different things. The nature of consciousness is illusory like flowers in the skies.
所以我们人活在世上啊，有生有死，
So people living in this world have arising and ceasing, birth and death. That's why humans are also like flowers in the sky.
土地也是希望，
They're all illusory. The houses, the lands are all illusory. And all the earth, water, fire, and wind are illusory.
身体就
Nothing is real. And your body is composed of the earth, water, fire, and wind.
就是地水火风
Oh,
风一分开就死了。
and when these 4 elements dissipate or disintegrate, you're dead.
地水火风合作，
When the earth, water, fire, and wind are in harmony, then there are no calamities. But when they disintegrate or they go separate, then there would be calamities. That's why we have disasters due to fire, due to wind, due to earth,
原因就是在这里，因为他们
due to water. And the reason is because they are not harmonized, they are not balanced. But when they are in harmony, there are no calamities. When you harmonize these elements inside the body, you have no illness. But when one is out of balance, then you will be sick. It's the same principle.
所以能够调和的，
That's why if you can harmonize it, then there's no problems. If you cannot harmonize it, then there would be wars, battles.
这个释迦牟尼告诉阿难，
Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda,
有成八支，
Ananda, awareness arises because of sense objects.
六成。
Because there are sense objects externally, then you know.
六成的相啊，
Because you have 6 roots, that's why you have the phenomena of the 6 dust.
相见无性，六根六成
Yet appearances
没有真正的，
and perceiving have no independent
根
nature.
本就没有。
So 6 roots and 6 dusts have no true Buddha nature. They are originally Buddha nature.
又没有真正的佛性。也许大家听不懂，但是慢慢你就
But they have no true Buddha nature. Perhaps you don't understand yet,
一样，就跟芦苇草一样。
but you will understand.
有时候啊，彼此之间
They are like 2 reeds leaning against each other.
搭在一起，这是芦苇草。同一交融，
These reeds always grow leaning on each other. They're together.
同样的东西都是交在一起，
So the same thing, but they cross each
在
other.
一起。
So the 6 roots
六根跟六尘是，
and 6 dusts are the same
但
thing,
是那个全部都是虚妄。
but they're all illusory.
真正的源头是妙明中知。
The true source is the wondrous numerous true mind, Buddha nature, which is non-arising and non-ceasing. Only the Tathagatas, the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas are non-arising and non-ceasing, and the rest are illusory. They are empty,
你的
non-existent.
房子是你的，
You think the house is yours? No. No such thing.
师母出钱，
Simu
呃，
spent the money,
人事上师
and Master Lien Si hired contractors to build the rainbow villa.
我也早就知道这房子不是我，
I knew long ago that this property does not belong to me,
出不了书。
and the rainbow temple has been given to Buddha school for Buddha disciples to use.
正红医院
In the future,
出来，
tantric quarters will also be donated, and South Mountain Retreat will also be
大
donated
家
to everybody, to Buddha school for their use. None of those are yours. Once you're gone, what belongs to you?
有一天我走，
One day, Simu will pass. I will pass.
中给谁？
So our houses will be given to Buddha school. Who else?
你有什么东西啊？
What do you
这
own?
土地40 acre 是我买的，
This piece of land, 40 acres, I bought.
地也是大家的，
So the land also belongs to everyone.
哪个房地产是你的？
Is there any real estate property that belongs to you after you die?
最多啊，那个山庄没有给我收那个境界的一个盒子的钱，
It's the most Rainbow Temple give me is just a spot at the columbarium
住那个盒子还要我付钱，
because I was the landlord of this place, right? And they charge me for that? That's too much if they charge me for it.
不可能的事情嘛。
Then that's not possible.
你哦，房地产
You think the real estate properties are the immovable properties? In Chinese it's called immovable. But they move. They don't belong to you.
对吗？
You think the cars belong to you? No, no way.
总有一天它会报废，
One day they will break down. They would stop
就
working.
塌了，
The houses will crumble
人死了
and you have to rebuild.
还不能盖呢。
When humans die,
一模一样的，希望赶快发明复制人，
you cannot build another human exactly the same.
不会一样啊。
Maybe they would do cloning, but even then it will not be exactly the same.
生死的全部虚妄。
So anything that's arising and ceasing are illusory, let alone things outside our body.
你以为师尊戴了这个很高兴吗？
You think I'm very happy wearing this?
这个戒指好，这个好。
My rings, and you're happy.
我告诉你，你戴这个。
And let me tell you,
那个人家来盗魂。
if you wear this in your burial, people will steal your tomb. You think this is mine for sure. I want to be buried with them. Then they would be robbed. And the same if you put them in the columbarium. Although it's locked, but they can pick on the lock and take out Grandmaster's items. And then if you get that, then you think, oh, this is Grandmaster's lineage items. So you don't even remember that boxes in the columbarium. Everyone has their own path. Even if you're an emperor, in the future, it'll all be gone. It's the same even for the emperor. Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty asked for Golden Mother's immortality pills, but where is he now? And Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, also wanted the immortality pill, but is he still alive? No. There's only one person who lives a long life, Peng Zhu, who lived to be over 700 years. And he had 49 wives and gave birth to 40 or 50 children. 49 wives, and all the wives died, all the sons died, and he was still alive. So is there a meaning to such a life? It's meaningless. All the wives have died. So he married a wife until she's old and she died, and married another one and she died again until 49 wives. So Peng Zhu from Zhou Wang, he lived until the king Emperor Mu of the Zhou dynasty. And this King Mu said, oh, 70 years old, and invited him to become a minister in the court. This person is incredible, live a really long life, longer than the turtles. And Peng Zhu said, no, the patriarch Peng. No, he did not want to become an official. Because as soon as you become the officers, as if you're placed inside the coffin. Even if you're not dead, you would be buried. Too many things, too many problems. And for this patriarch Peng Zhu, he did not put anything in his mind or in his heart. Because every day he lived quietly and nothing on his mind. So he lived to be 700 years old. And Nagarjuna Bodhisattva is the same. He could live on to be hundreds of years old, but why didn't he? Because it's meaningless. To continue living? No. There's no meaning to that. In the past, Nagarjuna could not find a reason for death. How? How can I die? I cannot get sick. He has no illness whatsoever. He's always very healthy,
活泼，
always very lively,
一样。
and his face stays the same.
他觉得活的没意思，
So Nagarjuna Bodhisattva felt that it's quite meaningless to live like that. I want to go, but how come I could not?
一种
And then he thought of a method.
像芦苇那种草，
He
有点像那种
he picked some reeds.
伤了那个草的命，
So he picked that reed and has hurt the life of that reed. So he used that to cut his own throat because he did not want to live on.
龙树菩萨是这样子死，
So that's how Nagarjuna Bodhisattva died.
用一个比较像刀一样的草，
You know, the very sharp,
以前有伤过这种，
the reed with very sharp blade, because he's harmed it in the past. So in return, he used that to cut himself
实在
to die, to death. He could not die.
龙树菩萨也不会死的，
Nagarjuna Bodhisattva.
活了多久？
See how long he lived.
你长寿好吗？
So is it good to live a long life? I'm asking you. Do you want to live a very long time? All your wives have died. All your sons have died. All your. And why do you want to live on? So you marry one after another for a total of 49 wives, and they all died.
生了54个小孩，
And give birth to 54 children, and they all died too.
他还活着哎，
And he was still alive, Peng Zhu.
从三皇五帝一直活到周密王，
So from the 3 emperors and 5 kings, all the way to the king Mu of Zhou. And then someone still saw him in India. Oh my gosh, Amitabha.
长寿也不是好事啊。
So it may not be a good thing to live a long life. It's meaningless.
所以啊，根尘
So
不二，
roots and the dust
自信
are the same.
忘的，
The nature of consciousness is illusory, like flowers in the sky. There is not one thing that belongs to you. If you recognize this clearly, you would live a very happy life. You know why?
你烦恼什么？
What are you troubled
你还烦恼？
with? Let me ask you. Is there any trouble?
每个人都一样啊。
Everyone is the same. So, what are you afflicted?
快乐跟痛苦
Why are you afflicted?
一家，
What are you afflicted about? So happiness and sufferings are the same. So do you prefer happiness or suffering? Happiness.
父母跟我讲，我
So Golden Mother told me after I got off from my
快乐吧，
illness,
那你会
go find your happiness.
死掉。
Otherwise, you would be sick, you would be depressed and die. Okay.
要是金母说你去找你的快乐吧，
Golden Mother told me, go seek your happiness. So I did. So I do. So I'm very happy every day.
哭呢也要哭啊，
Sometimes you have to cry when you encounter sadness, sad things. How can I not cry? Because I have feelings. But after I cry, that's it. You cannot just cry all the time, all day long.
哭得烦啊。
Even when Golden Mother hears you cry to her, she would be bothered. So just go find your own happiness. And I
对，
did. I do.
所以我跟那个
So
富山在这里啊，还有贵山，
Fusan is here and Guisan, Maosan.
还里面有3个山嘛，对不对？
You have 3 brothers, right?
山
Three mountains. The name.
宝山、万山呐、 不是贵山，
宝山
只是富山。
one son and your full
一
son.
个是万山，哎，
宝山 and one son.
这个富山啊，
Full
哭
son
得很惨。
cried very hard.
宝山啊，都是山，
The names are all with mountain.
哭得很惨。
Bao San cried very hard after their mother died
方面世界，
and placed at the columbarium.
当然他就天天哭得很伤心。
And Bao San grieved very hardly.
跟他
So I told Fu San to tell your brother, don't cry like
没
that.
有离开你，我告诉你，
She never leaves you, let me tell you.
宝山讲，你妈妈没有离开你。
Tell Bao San that your mother has not left you.
我讲
Do you know?
宝山你不用哭，
So don't cry, Bao San. Your mother never leaves you.
男的
She's still watching over you. And she's also asking you not to cry.
要了解这件事情，因为啊，
You need to understand
告
this
诉你，
because, let me tell you,
活菩萨没有离开我们，
Buddhas and Bodhisattvas never leave us alone. They're together with us, never leave us.
父母也没有离开你，
Your parents never leave you either.
他也是跟你们同在，
They are also together with you.
所以不用太伤心。
So there's no need to grieve too hard, really. Just cry it out and that's fine. And then recover.
以后把它放下。
After you cry, you let it go. They never abandon you.
还有有形变成无形，
It's just that they come from
他到更好的境界，
formed and
他眼睛
to
还是
become formless. They've gone to a better realm, but their eyes are still watching over you.
人家现在有天眼，
Now, some people have
有法眼，
divine eyes, wisdom eyes, dharma eyes. So they have no physical eyes. You cannot see them, but
看着你，
they can see you. They have never leave you behind. You need to understand this.
他如果关心你，他随时他会
Every time they care for you, they can come anytime.
佛菩萨是这样子的。
That's how Buddhas and Bodhisattvas
他
are.
们讲释迦牟尼佛已经走了，
They said that Sakyamuni Buddha has left 2,600
2600走了2000多，
years ago,
他没有离开你，
but he never leaves you.
只要你依念他，
He never leaves you.
真的
Whenever you're mindful of him, he would be by your side. Om Mani Padme Hum.